Hello and welcome to Curriculum Night. My name is Mr. Klee, Rich Klee. Get everybody seated and please save your questions for the end. A little bit about me. I've been teaching 25 years, quarter of a century now. My family is getting all grown up and off to college. Except Shasta, the wonder pup, she continues to be living in the house. We have a family of soccer players. That's a big interest of ours. I also coach basketball, and I'm really glad to be back in the classroom with all our students. Your student taking Modern World History, it's a survey course. We cover about 1450 to present. So it's a fair amount of world history to cover, and superficial on some topics, but students will get a chance to go into more depth on project-oriented material. It is necessary high school graduation credit, and for almost all our students, it's their first high school social studies class. So we'll be introducing them to high school social studies skills. We think critical thinking being the primary element of what we want them to walk away with. Grading wise, students of course can get good grades in class. It falls on them to earn a good grade. Looking for being organized and keeping track of dates and materials, being a good active learner. We'll talk more about that. And of course, asking questions and asking for help so they can do their best. Okay. The homework piece, there's nothing regular. You're not going to see nightly homework in world history. There'll be times where they have a reading to complete. Projects tend to get to be more work towards the due date, especially with procrastination, and then prepping for the tests that we have. Again, try to give class time to get work done, but it really depends on the focus of the students during that time of getting work done. All right, so being that positive participant, trying to build a great, thoughtful attitude and behavior and connections. Right, really talk to kids about being strong students, right? In that active phase of their taking responsibility for their learning and making the classroom a better place and helping the other students succeed as well. Really about community. Grading wise, I do weight grades. It's tilted towards test and quiz, typically one per unit, and then projects, which we just are starting on our first one, and all the work that goes into helping students be successful on projects and test and quiz fall under assignments, although there's a fair amount of work I won't collect. We'll just do as practice and preparation, right? So students through North Shore School District policies are getting grace on meeting deadlines, but I will say want work completed by the end of the unit because there is not a lot of purpose of completing work once we've moved on to a new unit, and the work can just keep piling up. So that's a bad plan to put stuff off until later. But we'll always work with students, especially for any issues that rise up that they have roadblocks. Communication is kind of the key there. But I will say, you know, when I assign something, it's typically so that we can use it in class in the next day. And so the participation and learning piece is really important, is keeping up on their work. Would please have you make sure that your student has something dedicated just to world history. They don't need a whole complete separate notebook or 3-ring binder or anything. Kind of leave it up to them what works best, a folder, a section out of a 3-ring binder, notebook type of thing. Maybe they have a spiral that's a multi-subject spiral. As long as they have a place where they can write notes and keep handouts and keep track of things and not have it all get crumpled into the backpack. So do reach out to me as needed, best by email. And then as we're looking at how I will be using Schoology and the Synergy gradebook that you know as Student View or Parent View. I think we'll take, let's see, I have a link here somewhere. Yeah, jump to here. All right, so the official grades are in your Synergy Parent View and Student View. That's where I'll be posting grades. Some things get turned into the Schoology and points may be posted there for each individual assignment, but the actual course grade is what it says in your Parent View or in Student View. Okay. All right, so I do try to keep an organized materials space for Schoology, right? We'll try to keep weekly slide decks posted for students miss something, they can go back and check the slides. And then we have our unit folders. Like I said, we're just starting our first project. The directions are in there for that. And students are seeing something missing, have questions. If I don't have it quite up to date, then I'm happy to have students email me, kind of put it on their responsibility to communicate with me and help me keep up. All right. And all right, so our curriculum, our course sequence has us tackling exploration and encounter, where the world becomes kind of a bigger place with the Western Hemisphere and Eastern Hemisphere coming into contact, but also kind of shrinks with the globalization that is happening. And then we'll look a lot about the developments coming out of the Industrial Revolution and political upheavals. And then we have a second semester where we really focus on the 20th century. So we will do the best we can to stay on track with that schedule. Okay, so you think about this is not history where we're simply trying to memorize names and dates and get tested on that. We really want the students to be thinking like historians and being able to improve skills that will carry over to other phases of their life, other courses. So historical thinking skills like cause and effect, continuity and change, comparison, and being able to apply those in multiple ways, right? And so one of the ways we really try to break down the history is having them look at it in an analytical, in a categorical way: social, political, environment, geography, cultural, and economics. That's just one acronym we use to help students analyze history. The textbook will be used occasionally. It's not digital. It won't be checked out to students. If it's being used and a student needs one to take home to get finished, we have them available to check out. All right, so that's world history. Any other questions, comments, please reach out to us. And thank you for coming.